Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going through a change of life. My voice is changing, and I don't like it. I'm getting old man voice. It's sort of husky, raspy, I'm old man voice. Yeah, I'm not nuts about it. Oh, anyway, showtime. Hi, guys. All right. So I've come to a conclusion, because I'm smart-ish. Does not seem like the XP is especially good on the new map, and that the old maps might be better. And so if I take an old character who hasn't been to Castora, I can get all the Discovery XP and stuff like that, while I get them mastery points. That's thinking, huh? Let's see. She's a Harb. How about Keldron? We haven't played him for quite a while. And so what I'll be doing is we'll be teleporting him to the first map in VOE and running around grabbing hero points. And getting all the discoveries and stuff like that. We are currently as a Bladesworn. I think we will get Paragon stuff. Our objective will be to grab all of Paragon. God damn. Ahem. Yeah, definitely the voice is changing. Not liking it in the least. I noticed it lately that my voice is just getting raspier. And it's not the coughing thing right there, which is something else. Just I'm suddenly getting old man voice, and I'm not really happy with it. We're off to Shipwreck Stand. And so, dual purpose here. We're getting one of our older characters, an additional spec opening up, Paragon. That right there was like 5,000 or 6,000 XP. I spent 3 hours running around on the new map and got 300,000 XP. So, 50 times as much as I just got in 10 seconds. And so it's going to be hero points. And I may do the whole hero point grind on a couple of characters. It won't necessarily be the most exciting content in the history of gaming, but then I'm not that exciting a streamer. So that seems fair. I'd be perjuring myself to testify that my content is always the most interesting. The most fascinating, the most gripping, the most inescapably fascinating and interesting. That kind of thing. And so we started on Berserker, but no, we're going to go with Paragon here. In some cases, there are events. If it is convenient, I will do them for the XP. In this case, it's not. But we'll be grabbing waypoints. Oh, look, 10,000 XP. Keep in mind, that's 1/30th of what I got in 3 hours of grinding. I don't remember exactly what the optimal path is here. I had it memorized. Fat Buddy, good evening. Nope, that's not the first one. Three, two, three, one. It is 3231. All right. Yay. How goes the weekend, Fat Buddy?
Way out there, the open waters. That's where Nana's ship's
Oh, we've got another one up yonder. In the airboat. An inch of rain. That's rather a lot of rain. When I was a kid, it was always fun to play tackle football in a pouring rain. But that was back in the mid-17th century. All right, let's start training. Paragon. Paragoing. Paragoing. Paragon. Oh, yeah. Because we are XP chasing. Another 13,000 XP. So it's going to be a lot faster, and I mean a lot faster, for us to get XP by running around in the first two maps than running around in the new content map. That's a good question. I don't know if there will be a World Cup match near me. I would expect we're probably in line for one. I can check. At least one. I'm not sure what it's slated for. World Cup schedule. Let's see. Qatar versus Switzerland. Austria versus Jordan. Paraguay versus Turkey. Jordan versus Algeria. And Paraguay versus Australia. So Group B, J, and D. And then the round of 32, we get a game. I went to, I think it was the quarterfinal game when the World Cup was here in 94. And it was Sweden versus either Bulgaria or Romania. I can never remember. Whichever one had George Hagi. Well, the reason I can so distinctly remember that it was the team that had George Hagi is we had either a Romanian or Bulgarian, whichever it was, right behind us, yelling, Hagi, 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 every time he touched the ball. Every time he touched the ball. It was probably the best game of the round, too, because it went to extra time, and each team scored in extra time, and then it went to PKs. Did I grab that? I did not. I'm a dope. Yeah, it was at Stanford Stadium in 94. Yeah, we've already gotten a bunch of XP. The XP is going to come a lot faster this way than it was running around in the new map. Getting a new character and running around here. youngest cousin wants to go to Cardinal. Just graduating 8th grade. It's going to be tough to get in, and it's extremely expensive. Also, historically, they give preference to the children of alumni. I have a number of friends who went there, maybe 8 that went there, of whom 1 or 2 were not the children of alumnus. And I'll also note that at least it used to be, although they changed it, that all classes at Stanford were automatic A classes. Well, we're Stanford. If you went to a regular school, you'd obviously be getting straight A's, so you should get straight A's from us. That was then. They've changed it, but it is still, well, similar. Harvard is just now making changes to their grading scale, where no more than 20% can get A's, plus a certain number depending on the class size. Yeah, as someone who went to Berkeley across the bay, we did not find that awesome or amusing. And I brought it up to some of my friends who went there during that time, and they always have but yeah, that's true, but, and it's no buts. No buts. There are no buts to that. It's nice to have a weapon you can use on your friends, you know? All right, what heroic challenge? I've been through worse. Give me the wings. Here we go. It is spicy raptor wing time. It is funny, though, that even though Cal and Stanford alums make fun of each other and always want to win the big game and stuff, we would always root for the other guy in a game against, oh, I don't know, let's say USC. Oh, when we have an event, I will take part. Is there anyone else doing this? At least one person is doing it. Since I need XP, I will... Let's see, the best chair needs repairing. The best chair. Which one's the best chair? Oh, somebody's running around fixing things, so. I have applied conditions. This character has not been played, evidently, in any significant fashion since they added the Adventurer's Guide. You got a lot of characters. You don't play them all the time. It's over. There we go. 40,000 XP.
And the winners are the lovely folks who help me manage everything. That's my decision.
I have a 4th birthday gift on this character. Experience scroll. We will file that away. Birthday boosters. Do we currently have a birthday booster enabled? I do not think that we do. Well, we do now. Karma, 5,000. Hey, I only need 14,000 more of the same. 1,400. 1,400 more of the same to have the karma to make the new legendary. Now, sadly, the Jubilant die pack would be cool if I didn't have every single die in it. Yeah. All of them. I have almost every die in the game, as a matter of fact. There are 10 that I don't have. 10 that I don't have. All right, that's the one. And in here, we've got, I think, 3 or 4 more. So for anyone who wasn't around, what I'm doing tonight is I'm trying to get the XP for the mastery, but getting it in the new map is very slow. A faster way is to do it in the first couple of maps, while getting characters additional hero points. I'm a warrior. I can just smash it open. That's the second map change I've had since I got here. I'll get a lot more XP here than I would doing any activity in the new map. Got to try and remember how to play Bladesworn. All right, for this one we want continue. Really do enjoy fire, more fire, believe it or not, even more fire. So in short, fire. This is, I don't think the way I wanted to go. It is the way I went, however. I believe I chose poorly there. Yeah, it's back this way. That's a dead end. This is not. What do we got? 2 more? 3 more? 2. So, relatively low energy, as we're going to be mostly just flying around, grabbing hero challenges. But our XP bar has finally reached the visible point in your window. To the right of my charming, handsome face, finally. This is well underwater. Lone Star Wolf, good evening, my friend. Hope the weekend is doing as I require, is kicking ass. Your weekend, that is. Not your weekend is kicking your ass. Your weekend is, you are having a kick-ass weekend wherein you are doing the ass kicking because everything's great. I need to work on my delivery for that one. A little overly wordy, you know? I know I missed some in the middle, so we'll head back. This evening's vast, huge entertainment is me back in the first two maps of Visions of Eternity, grabbing hero challenges. Nothing bad has happened so far. At my age, I consider that always to be just good news. Yeah. Weekend will end, and that will be bad. Yeah, it will. I can't cushion the blow on that one. You are entirely correct. Did I miss any more in there? Anywhere? That one? No, we were in that. That's one that was underwater, I think. So, yeah, we're over here for that one, I think. I'm on a boat, technically. Oh, that one. So the excitement will be palpable as I'm flying around grabbing hero challenges. And any, other available XP sources, because I'm trying to grind through an unnecessarily large, to my mind, grind for a couple of really marginal masteries. Already gained it? The deuce, you say? Is there another one up here somewhere? Thought there was. Not seeing it. Played a little bit earlier off stream with a friend. Helped him get the everything specced together that needed specking together for him to run Mechanist. Because my friends, like myself, simpler builds allow us to spend more time enjoying the game and less time rezzing and the like. And essentially, that build is about as good as you can get for the low-intensity build types, of which I am a significant fan. I mean, I'm a decent gamer, but nowhere near as good as I used to be good. I was never great, but I used to be good. And so having a build that makes me feel competent without actually having to be particularly competent. We got a couple players here. Oh, we got up above. We've got another mastery point. Not mastery. Keep saying mastery. Hero challenges. Can't really call them hero points anymore because they give 10. Is it over there? What do we have? It's something's down below. Okay. For some reason I got the coughs this evening a little bit. And I was complaining earlier about me getting old man voice, which I'm not happy about. I mean, I knew that when you were hit puberty, your voice changed. That was kind of a given. But apparently I'm reaching anti-puberty when my voice is going to change again, and not for the better. As my voice is getting scratchier and sort of more, I don't know, airy, airish, filled with air. Doesn't sound vibrant and manly any longer. It never really did. All right, I'm probably going to die here.
Shake it off. Calm for storm. All ready.
Peeled off a good amount of his health. Trying to remember how to play this build off the top of my head.
Calm for storm. You've already lost. Cost.
That person ran by without even trying to help. Oh, somebody's come in. Don't know if it's the same person or not. Regardless, I am grateful. I was managing, but always easier with additional people. Actually, my survivability on that was surprisingly good. I was surprised, and it was good.
Sheltered ones, it's time yet again to offer.
Ah, the crazy cult.
You're excited to commune with Sheltered home, as first, you must ensure the ritual preparations are in order. The Sheltered feast, and then you're enabled in our vessel.
Well, we're halfway done, and the next map beckons, and we're picking up good XP. And we're certainly not going to be finishing it off tonight, but we probably can make a good chunk, get us maybe halfway to the stupid mastery.
I'm looking for my friend's grave. I know it's foolish, but I have to do this. Can you help?
Could help, won't. If you haven't seen this character before, this is Keldrin Kegbane. Warrior, obviously. Strangely enough, Warrior is my least played class in the game. I imagine that's somewhat unusual. Berserker was okay. Spellbreaker was kind of meh. Bladesworn is nifty, but not very forgiving in a lot of gameplay modes. Paragon seems like it might be more of to my taste. I played a little bit of Paragon. Not much. Take me down to Pineapple City. Where the Choya are green and have no pity.
Oh, good. What do you find her? You're just perfect for this research.
My good evening to everyone who's hanging out here. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll go back to here. I believe we have the Pet the Fox hero point, is it? Something like that. As I mentioned the other day, the first time you're in a game many, many years ago and there's a dog or a cat, you wonder to yourself, hey, I wonder if I walk up to the cat, can I pet the cat or the dog? And you can. You go, oh, that's awesome that they threw that in as a little sort of Easter egg. GNR, does the Metal Legion play any of their tunes? I don't think so. All right, head pats for, is it a bunny? I guess it's a bunny. It's a bunny. I think it's a bunny. No, it is a fox. It's a fox. But when these kinds of interactions become essentially mandatory, as this one is, they stop being cute and they just become mandatory. And that makes them uninteresting. To me, anyway. I do not speak for everyone. In fact, I barely speak for myself. Your mileage may vary. Post no bills. Registered U.S. Patent Office. They even made it a puzzle. Yeah, they made it the puzzle. The 5-button puzzle that seems to be the only minigame they have anymore. It's like, yeah, we've got this one little minigame made. All right, we'll just put it in everything then. I already earned that. Okay, then this one. Left turn. I mean, I understand that they are making adaptations on the fly because they have a relatively small team working on Guild Wars 2. So as I said before, I will... Whoa, I did not want that. I will and may and will complain about things I don't like. But I think overall, the Guild Wars team is doing absolutely outstanding work with not enough people. I missed. All of the shortcomings that players find, and I find plenty, would be remedied by more people working on the game. Nor do I fault ArenaNet, which would be the obvious thing. Well, then that must be ArenaNet's fault. No, they're working on other stuff. They're a relatively small studio who have a game they need to maintain to keep their income flowing and the credibility up while they work on other things. It is a reality that they have to deal with, and we as the players in the game have to deal with. But I think we also have a right to complain when, something falls through the cracks of significance. Or when, for someone to say that, yeah, this functionality in the game used to be a lot better. That's perfectly fair. It's not even, to my mind, a criticism. It's a statement of fact. I would say one place they've never fallen down is the art team. They fucking kick ass all the time. I think the map for the, visually, the third map, the new one, is visually better than the first two. And the first two are both good, quite good. I think the third one's even better. The architectural work in particular, I think they did masterfully. There's probably only a couple people involved in that. And they did a great job in not making it look like we've got 5 different shaped buildings and we have to use those to make 150 buildings. They did a really good job. I try to be a little bit more positive because I know I can harp on the negative, as that's a lot easier for me to do naturally. I tend to have high expectations, especially from like ArenaNet. You guys have proven they deserve having high expectations. But I will complain when they don't hit what I think they should be able to. Even when I recognize the difficulties and barriers that they have to face that they didn't face previously. So I try to, when I remember to dwell on the positive as much as I can, because by nature I tend to see more of the negative. And so the art team, for instance, kicking ass. Here we go. Let's see. I believe it is first button, 5th button. That wasn't right. Did I hit 4? There we go. I mishit at least once there. So we're getting decent XP. And we're getting this character ready to play as a Paragon. Poof. Poof. 14,000 apiece. We'll be hitting 25. That right there will be almost 300,000 XP, which is what we made in 3.5 hours the other night. So it does in fact confirm my supposition that the best way to get XP for the mastery is to take characters who've never been here and run them around and get hero points. So keep that in mind. If anyone out there is going to be grinding out the mastery points, I think this is actually the way to do it. You're increasing the functionality of an existing character and grabbing stuff in a place you've been before. In my case, I've been here, I don't know, at least a dozen times. Run hero, one man hero trains through here. Because I think I done it in as little as 40 or 45 minutes. Got the full 250 needed hero points. And I bet with practice you could get it under half an hour without a problem. Which is useful if, like me, you've got almost 50 characters. Don't be like me. Just don't. Don't be a crazy person. You're gonna make me. They're gonna make me. I do not expect to stumble over a meta or anything being run in here, not while the new content is hot off the proverbial presses. Give it to me. Thank you. So hero points and XP is what we're doing, and the XP we're just getting with standard XP methods for characters that are new to a map. Exploration for the most part. If I hit any events that are ongoing and that I can make a quick contribution to for a little XP, I will, but... Oh, no. There we are. We need 40 more. We have 14. That means we need 3 more. Hero points. Hero challenges. Sorry, hero challenges. Let's see, did we miss? I got that. Every one of those is more XP. All right, I think this has a fight involved, I believe. There's an event. I believe this one summons a T-Rex type deal. So I could get killed. Yeah, I'm not doing much damage to him, am I?
The dragon waits. Shake it up.
Ow, that was painful. Not a fan.
Such might.
That peeled off a nice chunk of his health.
Call before the stupid.
Got him.
I'm ready to defeat anything.
Nice big numbers from the Bladesworn. We need 25 more. We need 2 more. One more. We earned that one. We earned that one. Miss any shipwreck strand? I know we did. Earned. Hero points earned. Then we'll just go back to Canuck's place, grab that one, and we will finish this, and we're going to grab another character and do the exact same thing again. Gripping viewing. But it seems to me by far the fastest way, at least for solo player, grinding out the mastery XP, while having a second function of opening up a new elite specialization for one of my characters. Oh, it's over there. Commune, and kaboom. I've completed 3 events. Go me. And we have completed the Paragon. And we'll grab another one of our older characters and we'll kit them out with a new elite specialization as well. Like I said, it ain't gripping viewing. Sell junk. Who next? Prolix verbose. He's a soul beast. Durid. She's currently in New Kaineng City. I think she's parked at the chest there, which will be fine. We'll grab her and we'll send her off. I don't think she has been. And she can get the Gale shot. Always players here because people park an alt here to open stuff up, like I just did. 6th birthday gift she's got sitting there. Painkiller and Pizza Night again was supposed to be River Water and Fish, but Buddy's band got canceled due to the rain. Well, Pizza Night there are not a lot of culinary downgrades anywhere near as good as pizza. It's like, if you're going, oh, I have to eat Burger King tonight. It's fine, whatever. But, oh, I can't have what I was going to have. I'm going to have pizza. Okay, I can have pizza. Jim Beam and Mountain Dew. One of them weird flavored Mountain Dews. We have single-use dungeon portal scroll. As if. Single-use Mist's Gate portal scroll. Takes you to the Worldview world. Lightning Dew. I haven't had any of the Mountain Dew since I was a kid, and mostly I liked Mountain Dew when I was a kid because of the color. You know, the toxic waste yellow-green. Perfect. Only time you drink pop is in mixed drinks. I have 2 or 3 Diet Cokes in the morning as my caffeine fix. Other than that, never. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell all of these. I have more than 60 or 50 or 60 of each of those. High C Ecto. I drank a lot of High C though when I was younger. And even I think for quite a while after I was out on my own, I would get, the big cans and I'd just pop it open and, I'd take a couple of swigs out of the can. Keep it in the fridge like that. Ecto was the green one. So let's see, we need to sell these at all. What are we? We're making 2.5 gold on medallions everyone just throws away. Or sells. Now these we're going to turn around and sell on the auction house because they actually sell for more than their sale price. So we made 6 gold right there. Hard to find the real sugar stuff anymore. Yeah, everybody uses corn syrup. No, I don't want to use that. I want to use that. We've got 2 Black Lion statuettes. We always enjoy the Black Lion statuettes. Put away the experience scroll, and once again we have a die kit where we have all the dies. Sad, really. Travel to LA. I need to AFK for just a second and refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back.
Stinkers.
And I am back again. This character, who you've probably not seen before. And you can't see now. still can't. She's invisible. See? Special invisibility tonic. Pretty cool when you think about it, huh? Oh, it wore off. This is Muffy the Charzuka, who Charzuka makes her sound like a badass murder machine. She's a druid. With a lot of kind of crappy ass gear, actually. But fortunately, all she needs to be able to do, for the most part here, is fly around. She's got a little bit into Soul Beast, so for her to get Gale Shot, we're going to need approximately 250 points, or 25 hero challenges. Somebody's doing a rift. I'm built currently as a buffer and a healer, so this won't take long. I mean, this will take forever, of course.
Might may swept. Swiftly.
It's her first rift. Guys, it's her first rift. She spent most of the last couple of expansions sitting there in New Kaineng City at the jumping puzzle chest. It's a terrible, terrible thing to be sentenced to a jumping puzzle. It's like everyone just forgets about you. It's like you don't even exist anymore. On the other hand, I did intentionally give her about the goofiest name of any of my characters. In fact, it is the goofiest. I wanted her to be Muffin the Charzuka, but that was one character too long. So she became Muffy the Charzuka. I've gained more XP today than I did in 59 minutes and 19 seconds than I did yesterday in, what was it, 3 or 3.5 hours? Sadly, this, as a mechanic for getting XP for masteries, is a lot better than playing the game, basically. But then these two new mastery lines have a total of better than 11 million required points, which is a lot. Given that finishing an event is worth 40. That's 25 per million. So, 165 to finish out the mastery for this particular line. 165 events. You know, some who knows how long event, or 10,000 for a hero challenge. It feels a little exploity on my part, but I'm fine with that in this case. Normally I kind of would be leery about this kind of thing, but hey, you throw seriously long amounts of XP requirements and yeah, I'm okay with it. Suddenly I'm okay with it. Wait, did I miss one? No, it should be over here somewhere. Over here, I think. Over here? Over here. Yeah, I think it was 1312. See if I remember correct. No, 2131. 3-1. Wow. 3-2-3-1. 3-1. There it is. 3-2-3-1. Oh. Have we got enough? We've got enough. Up. No, we need 40. Curses foiled again. We're up for the boat. The airboat. Yep, nobody's fighting him, given the fact that my build is a Healy Buffy build right now. Fighting an NPC, I might be able to successfully do so in 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Now, Gale Shot. It's open. Dun 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 dun. Don't know what I'm singing. What noises I'm making. I am really noticing my voice is changing, and it's pissing me off. Not to put too fine a point on it. The moment you say that, I'm bemoaning about the fact that my voice is changing, and I'm not happy about it. I blame you. Clearly not your fault, but I'm not going to let that stop me from blaming you. Good evening. Or insert time of day here. I've been through worse. Give me the spicy raptor wing.
And I know nothing else anyhow.
Pardon me. Presumably I'm like drinking milk furiously. And a happy weekend to you. Grab the Vista, more XP. I don't want to say for nothing, but for not very much. That one. Yep, that one. I don't know if you're ready for the thrills and spills and chills of Lenz leveling up his mastery by chasing down hero challenges on the first two maps from the expansion. It's gripping content if you like clasp your hands. That under those circumstances, it's gripping content. Oh, fighting these Asura, Inquest Asura should be really interesting with a build that's built this way. I mean, I know there is an offensive build that's available for Druid. It's supposed to be pretty good, but this ain't that. I mean, the gear I'm wearing... Power, toughness, and healing. We're never gonna make it. A few times parked at the end of jumping puzzles. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, in my case, I've got so many characters, that's not like a big handicap to me. This one has spent literal years sitting at the end of the JP in New Canning City. And I have another one who spent years sitting by a bunch of the boxes in Bureau Marches for the exact same reason. Makes sense. Honestly, it does. Wrong. There we are. Oh, in the new map? But you're an EU server? Yeah, I did both of the new JPs. And here we go. This is the test. This is going to take a while, even though they're like regular mobs. This character is built for healing. One thing I liked about the at least one of the new ones was I think there's a special bonus if you finish without failing, but if you fall, they don't penalize you by making you go back to the beginning. That was nice. The one with the two moths at the end was a more difficult one for me, as I don't do well on those jumps to spheres that we've seen in other JPs as well. I just never feel secure in my footing on them.
Achieving the life of me.
Search and rescue. Definitely that's going to be a big help here in killing this thing. I hope they don't respawn before I can get the damn thing. Hero challenged. On the other hand, I've not been seriously in any danger of dying here. It's just the slowest fight in history. Not good at JPs at all. I am okay at them. Unless they're the timed ones. The timed ones I'm not good at. With the help of the prototype positional rewinder, I can get most of them done. For instance, I've managed to get Chalice of Tears done, as an example. Fire, more fire, believe it or not, even more fire. There we go. Took all of the caffeine and nicotine. If you don't have the prototype positional rewinder, it's available from Living World Season 3, I think. 3 or 4. I can't remember which. For a modest amount of karma. And it's basically a similar to a where are we? A mesmer portal. But basically you drop you drop a location and you remember it remembers where it is for 30 seconds and you can instantly teleport to it. Is it 4? Okay. And then you've got it, yeah. I remember it's the one with the big Inquest cube. Is this going correctly, or am I looping around again? I think I'm looping around. I'm looping around! Maybe, maybe not. We're no longer looping around. Yeah, so with Patience and the Rewinder and Iron Maiden's video on the Chalice of Tears, I completed the Chalice of Tears. All right, it's not entered here. Can't remember where that entry point for that hero challenge is. That one. We get that? We did. And she uses Asura as a different story when you have no. Oh, certainly for Norns, yeah. It depends on the puzzle. For a lot of the puzzles, it doesn't matter. But it definitely can with Norns and Char. Norns because of their height, and Char because of their posture. Can make it difficult at times, for sure. Much, much less so for humans or Sylvari. I think depending on the puzzle, it can be difficult with the camera angles for Asura as well. But that is very much dependent on the puzzle. Ah, delicious. Don't know if we've got any others over here. Let's find out. The Glimmering Arches. Hey, don't they sell hamburgers at the Glimmering Arches? I was pretty sure it was there. No? Nothing there? All right.
Stupid, I know. But I have to go home. I need to see her.
So with the prototype positional rewinder, I can manage most of the JPs, but not the timed ones. The timed ones are like the bane of my existence. Is this the weapon again? Well, we managed last time. No, it's down. It is the weapon. Yeah, it's the weapon. Well, somebody's been here recently because they killed the Asura. This is going to take a long time. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Do your thing, stupid bird. I know you're the word, but come on. Oops. Wow, 13%. I'm only going to be here the rest of the evening. $16. It depends on the puzzle. Oh, somebody else is here. That's excellent. Sadly, less excellent. The aforementioned Inquest is back. I have changed into healing form. There we go. Thank you to Doc Blarnes, it looked like. Doc Blamo. Nice name. Do approve of the name. XP in Janthorn Castor is so small, takes ages to get your masteries up. Well, also, they're increasing. Every tier of mastery has more XP. And there we have 6 and 7 are the mastery tiers required for the new stuff.
We do your bidding. Shelter and await the outgoing.
But yeah, and that's why I'm doing this. I consider it kind of cheesy and not necessarily fun. Is to take some of my alts and run them through getting mastery point, or not mastery points, but hero points that I can use to give them an additional spec. Open up an additional spec for them. And I've gotten more XP in an hour here than I did 2.5, 3.5 yesterday. Running around in that map doing events and stuff. So, yeah. I'm not particularly enthused about this method, but it, I think, is the most efficient. And at least productive for me in that I'm not just running around getting small amounts of XP and small amounts of loot and stuff. Here I'm actually progressing a couple of characters in a useful way. Be nice to have a meta be like Auric and gives you a bunch of XP, yeah. Auric also has a big advantage in that so many people have done it so many times, it is more of a social thing. You know, everyone yelling picnic when one of the 4 wings falls behind. Just everyone memeing the whole time because everyone's done it so many times. So it's a good social experience as well. Pardon me, I have to do the obligatory pats on the head. Also, like Auric, the rewards are quite large. You know, if you're around for the whole time, actually, it doesn't even matter if you're around for the whole time. If you've got keys, you can open up every goddamn thing. So you don't even have to be around for the whole thing. You just have to have been around in the past enough time to have extra keys or enough currency to buy more keys.
So, that's all it is.
Also, the new meta, while it seems interesting, also felt clunky. The last stage, it felt like I was getting knocked off and falling off of, or... Oh. Don't think there's one in here. Getting knocked off or falling off. Oh, this is where we came in. Dumb. Lens, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. I was constantly getting knocked off my skimmer, getting insta-downed. It just didn't feel polished. But I've only done it a couple of times. And it's not unusual for things like the metas, the mechanics to be completely unclear for until you've done it like a half a dozen times. Yeah, the one-hit delete. Or down, at least. Is it the actual race going on? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is the race going on. Yeah, the new meta is not bad. It just feels a little clumsy to play. Inelegant, if you will. But then they have also set a pretty high bar in a lot of ways for the metas. You can hammer a skimmer, right? I recognize that guy's voice from Star Trek Online, Obisek. He did the voice work for Obisek, which is one of the coolest voices in Star Trek Online. But his voice is extremely distinctive. Pardon me, as always, we stop for flax around my house. Yeah, I think this is the way going forward. I'm going to have to get the XP. I'm getting much more XP than I was getting last night. I guess, for some reasons, it is a good idea to have a whole boatload of alts. Just give me the buttons to push. Goal is just another alt to complete the map. It's getting alts, enough hero points for a new spec. And because I'm flying through places these characters haven't been, I'm getting XP for every POI, every hero challenge, every waypoint, all of that stuff. Basically discovering the map and getting specializations unlocked on a bunch of my characters. But the XP, incidentally, is quite good. Let's see. I believe we press the first, we press the fifth, and then we press the third. Okay, how about the fifth again? We're right back where we started. What did I do wrong? All right, that'll do it, I think. No, it won't. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I am screwing everything up, and we're right back where we started. Why am I having so much problem with this time? That doesn't usually happen. I don't have that problem very often. I promise. Would I lie about that? I used to have this down to a fine art where I could get this thing in a minute, and right now I'm just completely blanking on it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's 3 clicks, 2 or 3 clicks for me, and for whatever reason, I was just in absolute brain fail mode. Because like I said, I've done it like 18 times or something like that. Oops, we want this one. What, we got 60 more to go? 60 more. On the nosy. Grab the waypoint here. So the first 2 days was doing all of the content in the new expansion, all of the storyline content, and then running around doing events and stuff and doing map completion. I didn't even get the progress bar on 2 days. Mind you, that was 6 or 7 hours on Tuesday, and then 3 hours yesterday. I didn't even get the XP bar from here to here. I had it to about here. So I've basically gotten as much XP today as I did in the previous 2 days, including all of the storyline stuff. I think that is indicative of not well thought out design on the XP. Yeah, I mean, it is a classic puzzle type. And it's one I've done countless times, similar stuff in the past in other puzzle games. And why I had so much problem tonight, I couldn't tell you. Except the brain's turning into cottage cheese as I get older. Stay young, guys. That's my advice to all of you. Just stay young, Why, there we go. Why am I stuck there? That was weird. Yeah, I was big on puzzles and math and stuff as a kid. So I have seen puzzles similar to that countless times in the past. Wasn't there another player there? Did they take off without me? Yeah, it does make sense as an IT guy that, there are certain very sort of common backgrounds in a lot of professions. And in my experience, you're exactly correct that there are a lot of things that are common, not universal. For instance, a lot of IT guys historically have a very, very strong musical background, which doesn't necessarily make a lot of inherent sense. I have no musical ability, but a lot of my friends who worked in IT were very, very good musicians. Oh, that's right, he explodes. which totally isn't, you know, bullshit. Also, one thing is I commented to a friend of mine in IT is at the time, at least, IT tended to fall into two stereotypes. One was me and the other was him. Me was the older guy, heavy set, bald. He was the other stereotype, young guy, mohawked, long hair on the sides, into industrial music and stuff. Those were the two stereotypes, and we both fit them perfectly. And what it was is we were walking up to Fry's Electronics, seeing our reflection in the doors, and I start laughing, and he goes, "What?" And I say, "Look at those two IT geeks," and then he busts up laughing. We need 35 more. We need 4 more. All right, we're here. We grabbed that one. We grabbed that one. I don't think I want to do the mini Tyrannosaurus Rex on this, as it would take the rest of my natural life. So, like a couple of weeks. At best. Do I get to finish this before I get attacked? Yes, but not by much. We outies, yo. As you kids today would say. Met someone the other day was talking about Fry's, said he was always wanted to go to one. He said he was talking about the grocery stores. He'd never heard of Fry's. Grocery only electronics. Yeah, the Fry's Groceries was a thing too. A lot of people who don't understand Fry's Electronics, I can explain it in one actual anecdote. With the same guy, I'm in one of the Fry's Electronics, and we're looking for something specifically. I don't remember what it was, and I stopped and I pointed out, on this side of the aisle, potato chips. On this side of the aisle, computer chips. Literal, small integrated circuit chips. Individual ones. 25 more points. We need 3 more hero challenges to finish out Gale Shot. Remember Fry's? Well, I mean, as a Californian, they were in all of the big cities. There were a bunch of them in LA, and unsurprisingly, a whole bunch of them in Silicon Valley as well. There's one. There used to be one 3 or 4 miles from me right now. There were, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them in Silicon Valley. And, you know, they made bank at the time. Because basically, if it was you needed any piece of technology, even low tech, you know, you needed screwdrivers and stuff. They had it. If you were willing to wait, you know, for mail order, you could probably get it cheaper in a week. But nobody's going to go through that. They're just going to go ahead and go to Fry's. None near you? Went to the ones in Austin or Dallas? Yeah, the big cities. I don't think they were... They may have been in a few cities in the east. They were mostly in the west and the southwest, I think. especially tech hubs. And for instance, Austin was a significant tech hub. I assume it still is. All right, that is, we got that one there, and that one we've already earned. We've earned that one. What? Seriously? Did I miss that one? Yeah, that's the one I don't think I can realistically get in any sort of time frame, as it would just take so damn long. All right, we grabbed that one. We finished that one, right? That's the fox? Yeah. What does the fox say? I don't know. Yep, that one. Closest thing you had locally was a Radio Shack. They were ubiquitous for a long, long time. One more, I think. That one's inside. I didn't get that one? Well, that one's going to be the easy one to get, so we'll get that one. Radio Shacks. Two others here were Quick Electronics and Computer Warehouse. Computer Warehouse still here, but they pretty much just refurb old tech now. Well, I mean, even with Fry's here, a lot of people would do a lot of their tech shopping in the more mainstream kind of retail outlets. Simply because you were more likely to get a human being talking to you as opposed to some disinterested recent high school graduate making not much above minimum wage and working in Fry's, which notoriously treated its employees bad. The reason, if you ever went to a Fry's Electronics, on the way out the door, they asked to see your bag. So you open your bag, they pull out the receipt, and they check the items to make sure that they match what's in. It's not because they didn't trust us, the customers. It's because they didn't trust their own employees not to give their friends free stuff by not ringing it up. They were double checking on their employees, not on their customers. That does not engender a loving and working environment. So most of the people who worked at Fry's couldn't stand Fry's. And that is two characters that we have completely specced out. Now, given that she's currently specced as a healer, it'll be time. Wow. Whew. Oh, come on, girlfriend. Get a tan. Whew, boy. We'll have to kit her out with some DPS gear at some point. But Fry's was, for its time, was amazing. You could get just about anything for computers. Everything from high-end computer monitors, full-blown systems, top-of-the-line bleeding-edge CPUs, and at the time, GPUs, all the way down to individual ICs, like let's see if I can remember seeing one specifically I had used in one of my computer science classes in college. Yeah, D-type edge-triggered flip-flop. Monthly phone book, computer shopper. Oh, yeah. Yep. And if you were to describe that today to, anyone who wasn't around at the time, their response would be, what? You mean it was an online thing where you would go between web pages? No, they shipped out printed on paper. Who would want to go through that? It was what we had. Ew. Shut up, kid. I just slapped an imaginary child. So that one took about 42 minutes for me to get that entire go-through completed. And, well, you can see, we were about... Interesting, okay. We were about here on the XP bar, if you straight down from there. So we got this much and this much. So about 2/3, maybe not quite 2/3 of the XP we have on the mastery we've gotten tonight, as opposed to the 2 previous days with 3 times the hours. Well, I can at least do a little bit more on one more. We'll go back again to our older characters, our characters we haven't played much recently. Cheshire is... I moved them to Hearth's Glow, okay. Prolix, right, he's at the Wizard's Tower. She's in Hearth's Glow. Crystal Oasis. I was using him when I needed for the dailies, like to get a heart completed in EOD. Trunch, my first herald. He is in the Black Citadel. How about we go with him? You like him? Trunch has been stuck here for a couple of years. Going back to when we started getting provisioners tokens. You had a sub that your mailman hated you once a month. Well, they were used to it, though. I mean, come on, everybody had magazine subscriptions. So that was for everybody. Maybe yours was heavier than most, but... Okay, provisioners tokens. How about we buy 7? So nice they changed this to a weekly instead of a daily. It's just such a huge quality of life improvement. Because I was parked here every day grabbing a provisioner's token. Every day. And I had, I think, like 5 people located around. One guy was making 8 mithril items every day. And another guy was hopping around in Heart of Thorns to 3 different locations to trade them for provisioner's tokens. We had another guy parked at in Lion's Arch by the Laurel vendor. There's another, the Scrit there, you could trade one too. This is the Herald armor that you can get in Heart of Thorns. Most of it. No, it's not. Most of this, sorry, ignore that. This is all, almost all is transmuted Draconic? No, that's the armor. It's the 7 Reapers set for the most part. I have all the 7 Reapers set except for the helm because I really don't like the helm. So this is Mistward Pauldrons. So this is one of the ones that is part of the set that you get through leveling up the Revenant in Heart of Thorns. And this is also part of that set. This is 7 Reapers. This is 7 Reapers. And that's 7 Reapers. Had to log for a sub to Family Computing while Mom and Dad got the Inquirer. Oh, the Inquirer. Ah! And his weaponry, why? This is the Abaddon's hammer. And then he has a couple of green glowy poison drippy that go with what he's wearing really well. Yeah, so basically most of it is, well, two or three pieces are the Herald, or not the Herald set, the Revenant set that you get through leveling up a Revenant. And then 3 of it are 7 Reapers pieces. So those are the green, black, glowy bits are the 7 Reapers. Because there are 7 Reapers chests. I think I can show that to you. We go here. We go here. I do have the 7 Reapers. That's the 7 Reapers. So that's what the 7 Reapers chest looks like. It's just a bit much for me. It doesn't look bad, but I preferred it when it was just the 7 Reapers stuff on like the arms and the legs. So it's a little more subdued on the chest piece. And if you can call the shoulder subdued when it has foot-long spikes. Oh yeah. 7 Reapers stuff. I can't remember if it's all available for Black Lion statuettes, but I can find out. The Herald stuff you just get from level, not Herald, I keep saying that. The Revenant stuff you get from leveling up a Revenant and doing Heart of Thorns stuff, I think.
How are you?
That's the 10th birthday gift for this guy. Let's see. I do not have a Black Lion chest, so we go here. We go here. Oh, we don't need the Black Lion. It's the statuettes. That's the wrong thing, Lens. Use the right button. Use your words. There we go. So, if we go down here, classic cosmetics. I think if we look in here, we can at least find some of those. Aetherbound. There's the 7 Reapers helm. Is that the only one that's available here? Might be. Classic cosmetics, no. I'm not sure where you would get the 7 Reapers, rest of the 7 Reapers armor pieces then. Might be on the auction house. Might be available in the auction house. It is? Each piece is 25 statuettes? Okay. I didn't see the other ones there. It's possible they're seasonal. So I have 3 of those pieces I'm using. And then the other 2 are achievement-based.
How are you?
Complete the specializations. I think those were in collections. Rare collections, maybe? Yeah, I don't remember for sure. If you check the wiki, I'm sure the information's there in the wiki. Everything's in the wiki. So again, the pieces would be, I think, Mist Ward set. Yeah, Mist Ward plate, and then the 7 Reapers set. And obviously it's dyeable. So you can give it a creepy look of your own choice. and because I can, I am using Toxin and Darkness are the primary dyes. Darkness is one of my favorite dyes in the game. I use it all the time. It makes a great dark metallic silver gray. And then there are a lot of different greens that would work. I went with Toxin because it's the Seven Reaper set is a little high saturation, so I wanted to use a darker green so it would then get higher saturated without looking, a little bit too much. I like much, but too much is too much. You can quote me on that. Why you would do so, I have no idea, but you can quote me. Where is it? Where is it? Why am I missing it? Why am I bad at games? Because you're old, Lens. Don't say that. It hurts my feeling. Don't you mean feelings? No, I've just got the one. That's not going to work. Oh, it did. Even though I fell off that rock, it was considered flat enough for me to get back my energy. And as an old man, energy management's a very real thing. Yep, he's all in Herald. Conduit, huh? Conduit. All right, we're here. He said something or death. I'm not sure I like either of the options, but I'm pretty sure I don't like the death option.
Hey, friend. Always excited to see your face.
Always excited to see my face? Are you kidding? Oh, I am. I am 65. But thank you. Generally speaking, I have a relatively young face because I don't have much in the way of wrinkles. I think it's probably because I haven't worked enough to get wrinkles. And I'm not happy about my voice changing. Have I mentioned that half a dozen times tonight? It's pissing me off. And why, yes, let's have another surveillance hero challenge. Is it the flying boat? Well, there's the flying boat. So there's another one over here somewhere. Oh, that's right, it's the guy. Did I miss him? Must be about here. That's not the boat. Is he over there? Must be. I'm going the wrong way. As I've mentioned in the past, if there are two choices, I won't choose the wrong one. I'll choose a third that is even wronger. Wait. 3, 2, 3, 1. Got it this time. Yay! There was much rejoicing. And that is a follow. Hold on a sec. Let me get to someplace safe. Emotionally. I'm so fragile. We'll start gabbing at this guy. Vanamite, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, has followed. I have a spiel for this. Hold on. Let me shake it out. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you. I hope your weekend is kicking ass. Taking names, optional. More XP for me. Oh, I didn't put those away. Well, now we have 2 more, so there we go. We have to, that was the boat. That one's next. I was confused for a second. I didn't realize. I saw an icon. I thought, is that a mastery point that I don't have? What the? No, it isn't. What I saw was the icon for the adventure. The little man. Coming in for a landing. Strafing run. Well, let's just open up Conduit, shall we? Because I think we can do it if we try. Nothing? I would like to apologize to everyone for that joke, quote unquote. In fact, not a joke, more of a cheap gag. So pretty much in keeping with my entire stream. Well, look. How about we have a heroic challenge and eat a spicy raptor wing? No problem, I can handle it. I once had a ghost vindaloo so hot it ripped my face clean off. It was delicious. It was just almost inedible, but it was freaking delicious. About out of spirit shards? By the gods, how? What have you been spending them on? No, I have to check. 5,449. I'm not almost out. That one. Also, crikey? Sorry. I mean, I know I have another conduit. I just don't think I ever played him. it's nice to have choices, and all these characters I'll now have more choices on. And we're making good XP. Don't apologize for it. It just caught me by surprise. Did I already get this one? I think so. I did. And did I miss it? I don't think so. Did I miss it? I missed it. I have chosen poorly. Have I? Have I missed it? I think I missed it. I missed it. I went the wrong way. I have been bad. I definitely went the wrong way. I went way the wrong way. How did I go this far astray? You guys led me astray. I have no idea how, but I am blaming you regardless. Caught me on the hop is how we would say it. Where are we at? Where are we at? Over there. Bonk. Oh, perfect. Oh, he hated too much when it does that. It's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. Underground? What did I miss? I'm coming at this from completely the opposite direction I'm used to. Where is it? Where is it? This one. I normally skip this one. Another player here, too. Excellent. Poof. Hey! That was uncalled for. Shooting cannon at me. I'm just passing through. Who does something like that? I did get myself completely turned around, though. Now, as I've said a couple of times, that's not unusual for me. It's unusual when I don't. Got that one, right? Yep. Used to have 2K spirit shards, but you created 2 legendary... Ow! Well, yes. There you go.
Did you hear about the siege at the Freebooters' lair?
To my mind, that's a good exchange. This is where I was trying to go and failing. Pass serve here. Missed me. Losers. Inquest losers. I will attempt to open the box. What's in the box? Buttons. I'm hacking. I'm hacking the Inquest computers right now. Hey, I know this. This is a Unix system. Now, if you can identify what movie that is from, good. But you should know that even though it's kind of a meme, it was actually accurate. It was a Unix system. It was a real, honest-to-God Unix system. Jurassic Park is correct, and it was an SGI IRIX system, which was their version of Unix, and it had that cheesy looking display was an option on the computer. The one for navigating through the file system was real. It existed. Yep, Jurassic Park. I know because I've used it. We had to support Silicon Graphics IRIX machines. IRIX was their flavor of Unix. Oh, and this guy, instead of helping me kill the mob, is just going to steal the research point. Is he going to actually help or just leave? Yeah, he did nothing. He didn't even commune successfully. Didn't say the magic word. What? I didn't tell him to eat my... Never mind. Now this one, you don't have to do anything. You can just sit here and go, I'm going to do fire, and believe it or not, even more fire. And get it. You're done. But so many people made fun of her saying, I know this. This is a Unix system, when it was. That what she was saying was actually correct. It was an alternate, you know, as opposed to using CD commands. It was a visual file system explorer. An experiment. It was slow, by the way. It was dog slow.
I'm only gonna say this once. Get lost.
That's the jumping puzzle.
Respect for you.
Let's drop ourselves here and swap maps. In college, when the movie came out, people were laughing about it, saying it wasn't really Unix. They were wrong. They were completely wrong. I mean, it's correct that there were very few graphical user interfaces at the time. And so people would think it's understandable, particularly anyone who's using any other Unix system would say, oh, that's bullshit. That's not Unix. Completely understandable and yet completely wrong. Silicon Graphics at the time, a lot of the computer graphics you saw in movies were made on SGI machines. I mean, so when I was looking at it, working on them, it was 94 at the latest. 87 to 94 when I would have been working on them. Down below, I think. And we've got the fight against the sword again. Well, there's no reason for anyone to know it unless they used one. And they were expensive, so it wasn't like the kind of thing anyone's going to have sitting around the house. Exactly, spared no expense. I can't remember if they're using SGI machines or not in in the computer lab there. Let's see, we want strength turned on. Darkness turned on. And I think that'll do. Don't stand in the bad stuff, Lens. This is not rocket science. Stand off at a distance. It's easy. It's just slow. I always thought the hammer on Rev is fun, but not good. And the Avenger has respawned. Jerk. Oh, there's a Ranger has just showed up. Finished him off. With actual real damage as opposed to what I was doing. Again, these are older characters running older specs, and they're not running them well.
Sheltered ones, it's time yet again to offer thanks for our salvation. As always, you're excited to renew this sheltered home.
So these specs may be, well, crap. Not to put too fine a point on it. For instance, I'm not sure this is actually a spec as opposed to something I threw together. Now, I was probably going to eventually beat, well, I almost had finished the hero challenge there. But I don't think I was going to die. I just was really, really slow. Ooh, snap, crackle, and back pop. Rice Krispies. Where are we at? We have 110 to go. Need 11 more. I was going to call it, but I think we can go ahead and I can hang around for us grabbing 11 more hero challenges. So we can finish off 3 tonight. And I'll note we're almost halfway done with the XP grind. For the first mastery. Second mastery, even though it's the 7th mastery, and that mastery line is less XP. Yeah, it's fast. It is giving me additional options on my characters. And it's good XP. And it's good XP that doesn't require me to pay attention for the most part. So I can spend my time chatting with you fine folks. Which in essence is me making enough noises to keep you guys awake. Well, hello there, little fox. that I must now pet once, twice, 3 times a Vulpine, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. If you've done the map once or twice before, I can do it in about 45 minutes. I can run through another alt through, I mean, on our third one in 2 hours and 18 minutes. So. Got that. Got that. That's the next one we need. Yep. Always got the easy ones, then use the World v World freebies for the hard ones that were left. Yeah, that a lot of people did that historically. I had for at least for like the first elite spec for a character, I had gotten to the point where I could very quickly and efficiently over the course of about 2 hours get enough from Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and with the addition of End of Dragons, it was faster and easier. For instance, the number of times I've done the Verdant Brink, I can do 9 out of the 11 hero points in Verdant Brink on almost any character, any core class. And I can do 7 for sure, if not 9. Because, I mean, that was how I got my master hero points, is through the hero challenges like that. What makes it much faster here is there are very, very few that require fighting. And there's 2 maps in the expansion instead of 4. So it's just a lot faster to get your hero challenges done here than any of the other ways. You know, unless you can burn through a whole bunch of World v World stuff, in which case, obviously, that's faster. And the more times you've done it, the more times you know where everything is. It just becomes pretty quick. You know, and even if you're not exactly sure, you know, oh, okay, I know there's one around here somewhere, and you can check the map and all that stuff. And in my case, because I'm running around also wanting to get XP, I'm going to grab easy XP, I'm going to hit the waypoints, the POIs, stuff like that. Victory or death. Okay, well, given that choice, I choose victory. I mean, obviously. Let's see if we can get it right quickly here. No, we failed again. That turns them all on, which we don't want. Better. Better. The brain's not completely useless, guys. It's only mostly useless. What is it? 40 more? 50 more. 5 more, guys. 5 more. Exactly. And we're walking. And we're walking. And here we are at our next exhibit. Welcome to Stunning Peak. I mean, yeah, it's nice. I don't know if I'd go so far as stunning. This tree's kind of in the way of looking in that direction. So, yeah, I'm not sure I can go with stunning. It's nice. Make no mistake, it's nice. Let's continue in this direction. I normally don't go this way. Let's see if this way is a little quicker. Plus, we'll grab this vista. It's pretty as a picture. Not that you would know, because I just immediately fast-forwarded through it. Welcome to Crumbling Precipice. Precipice. Bucket of piss. No, that's not it. Sky Shroud Canopy discovered. I should have gotten uppies from that. Why did I not get uppies? All right, that is... Didn't get that one. Did get that one. All right. Itch. Itch. Old man has an itch. Scratches on stream. Live stream fails. Of course, I wiggled so it looked like I was scratching my back. But you don't know what I was really scratching, do you? It was my back. And it's still itching. Ooh, okay, we'll turn on our ley line gliding. And we'll get our motor running. And we'll head on down the Skyway. Looking for adventure and whatever comes my way. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You see what I did? I made a joke. Man, it's itching again. Damn it, what the hell's up with that? Oh, this is underneath. There we go. Down, 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 down. Starry, starry moat. Boink. We need 2 more. Give me the skimmer, please. That was not correct. Can we get uppies, please? Why am I not getting my uppies? It hates me. It's as simple as that. It hates me. There we go. Another one. Do one more after this. Going to be about 2.5 hours to get 3 of them done. Yeah, about 45 minutes each. Is that it? Could have sworn it had. Oh, we probably had the exclamation point because I have enough points to either open Renegade or Vindicator. But we don't want that, do we? Nope. We don't want that. Do we? Hero point earned there. Where we got some more here. All right, well, how about we just mouse over it then? Yeah, that one will work just fine. We'll probably have to fight something, and because we're on a time here, we'll probably fail the stupid thing, or we'll die to the goddamn. All right, this is one where, what is it? Strange looking sits before you. This is one where you don't have to fight, depending on your class. And if this one, there is for each of the 9 professions, one of the hero points on the 2 maps, you don't have to fight something, or you don't have to worry about the fiery chicken wing. And this is the one for Revenants. Leaking energy contained mist essences. Maybe you could stop the leak by cleansing it. Strange rock. Guild Wars 2. Strange rock. Hero challenge. Revenants can use a condition removal such as purifying essence, true nature, or renewing wave. Well, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Purifying Essence, Legendary Centaur, Legendary Dragon, True Nature. I have Legendary Dragon Stance, True Nature. Consume. Where's True Nature? I know I don't have to do this. I could just fight the thing, but Legendary Dragon. Consume. Increases the dragon. True Nature. Huh? Specialization Herald. Profession Mechanic. Legendary Dragon. Am I not in Dragon?
Commencing third floor, loose change.
Oh, there's the mushroom. Now, mind you, I don't have to fight the stupid thing. I have another way of... Not... Wait, he blows up. I didn't get credit. All right, that's annoying that I can't use the way everyone else uses. I have to use... And I was being attacked by something. That's really annoying that somebody else starts it up and I help them finish it. I don't get credit. I have to use the skill, evidently, which is just absolute brain damage. True Nature. It's a profession mechanic. That's all it's fucking telling me. That is just not helpful at all. Am I not in Dragon? I'm in Dragon Stance. Ah, is it that? F2? It's F2. All right. There we go. No, it was irritating to me because it was needless. Needless stuff I'm never, ever going to underreact to. I'm always going to overreact to. It's cool that they offer you an option for the class. It's a fun addition. But to have to use it makes it an unfun addition. Because I don't play the class that much. I don't know the name of the skills. And that's always a problem. Like there's one skill in the game I know by name all the time, and that is Procession of Blades on my Dragon Hunter, sorry. But we finished it. Go us. So I believe I'm going to call it an evening for here. We got to about, what, 40% of, maybe a bit more than 40% done with the mastery. And of that, about 25% was done today and 15% done over the 2 previous days. So I may be back here doing the exact same thing tomorrow. It ain't fascinating. And I'll probably have a shorter stream because tomorrow is Sunday night. Sunday night at half an hour from now time, I am raiding with a bunch of better known streamers than I by far. Guild Wars 2 streamers like Malcolmist TV, Engelbert Meow, Praying Manted, Jukebox, Amavera, Gwenakami. I can't remember any others off the top of my head, but we've also had visits by Iron Maiden and Hellmasker. Kroof has run with us a few times. So a lot of better known Guild Wars 2 streamers than I, and I'll say it, more capable players than I. But I'll be back at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Probably grinding out more, sorry guys, more map comp in the fastest way I can, which is opening up a number of my other characters with an elite specialization. It ain't fascinating or interesting or cool, but the XP requirements are pretty daunting. As I'm now... Okay, that's the spirit shards. How about the mastery? How about the mastery? Visions of Eternity. There we are. We are... Why is... I don't want to know about that. I want to know about the mastery. Because I'm not in the place. I can't even see the number right now because it wants to show me spirit shards because I'm not in an expansion space. So anyway, we're about halfway, a little bit less than halfway done. And we've got a long way to go. It's 6.6 million for this and another like 5.5 million here. Does it show it here? No, it doesn't. Why it doesn't show it, don't know. That's bad UI design. But I'm going to call it here. Again, guys, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it very, very much. It's not about the karma, although, yeah, I'm going to need to rack karma up too, because if you're not aware of it, the very cool accessory that puts a halo around your head, no matter what direction you look, the halo is always facing the person who's looking at you. It costs 7 million karma. I have almost 11 million. And that's with me spending very little over the years. And I have enough and 4 million extra, which is not much because you can burn through it pretty quick. But that's the plan for tomorrow. So again, guys, thank you for hanging. Hopefully you will see me soon. I'm back tomorrow. I hope the rest of your Saturday night or possibly Sunday morning goes great. The rest of your weekend kicks ass. Remember, I require your weekend to kick ass. I also require my mouth to correctly speak Englishes. That part's not working out great all the time. I'm back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now. Bye, guys.